Is that the same song from last time? Next. Alright, I guess I will start the search and spam, because I never remember who has any of this stuff for social media promotion. I'm so bad at this. Fox Labs have anything? No. Mac Group Buys. Protected. Mac Keys has like, I don't even know. Novel Keys has streaming? Probably not. Man, I have no clue. Yeah, that's protected. I can't put that there. Does Vala Supply have so many channels? Holy shit. Nope. Do. Why do I never remember who has streaming and who doesn't? This is so bad. Social media promo, sure. I'll spam it wherever. Just to be clear, I do actually just want to build the Ikki68 so I can get to CMO TKL next week. I'm actually really looking forward to that one. Should be a good build. Probably going to be MX Blacks because, yeah, MX Blacks. But beyond that, I mean, I guess I know what I'm going to do with it. I just don't want to say it now. Keep Life. Oh, I watched their, the YouTube video Teja put up. Pretty sweet that they were able to raise so much money. Good for them. Glad they're doing well. Desk Hero. Does Desk Hero have self-promo? I don't remember. Bolsa, no. Here's 3, no. Actually, I don't even have that one. Philosopher keyboards, do they have? No. Canon Keys does not. I don't believe. No. Prototypist. Voice, general meetings, and a bunch of channels down below. Nope. Guess I'll post in KFA. Usually I don't get yelled at there. If I got yelled at there, it'd be pretty sad. I feel a little bit bad too. I like those guys a lot. Owl Labs, yes. Gian, yes. Huh? Oh. Blue Causes. give him the okay for telling me to have a good stream. Thank you. Portal, I don't think... Yeah, they do actually. So wait, Apex Keyboards, did they have one? I can't remember. No. Huche Studios. Hey, I am part of that Discord. I forgot about that. I forget if they have rules about saying the stuff in here. Can't remember. I don't remember anything. Guess I'll just type out. Gonna stream my Ikki68 build tonight. I don't think anyone's gonna bother watching. It's only an Ikki68. Nothing that impressive about it. I just think it'll be a fun board to have and then probably hand off to a friend. I think that's probably what I'm looking to do with it. In fact, I already have a few friends, their wives actually, that might like a 65 that do a little bit of traveling and stuff like that. I think they'd probably enjoy an interesting board like this. And then I am on this one, and that should be the last one. Promote yourself on Z reviews. Everyone loves Z reviews. Alright. Close that out. Do I have my build command working tonight? Build Ikki68 tonight. Epsilon switches, Wuche stabs, and 21 KB keycaps. So yeah, that's it. Before that though, I wanted to check out some stuff I recently got in the mail. So these are Black's R2 from AE boards. Someone said that they're like MX Black switches, kinda, sort of, so I want to open it up and try some. I don't have a container to put them in, so. But pretty unremarkable housing. Have the AE boards logo. I don't know if this camera will be able to get it. Focus. No. Anyways, little AE boards logo there. I'll talk so you can hear the noise that it's making. I don't feel scratch on it, so I don't know. Mixed opinions about that. If it's going to mimic MX Blacks, I want there to be a little bit of scratch. So I've had these in my inventory of things and stuff forever. These are Prevail Key Company Epsilon switches, which I'm going to be building with tonight. I've already lubed and filmed those. And I have a spacebar switch too. I have my 21 KB, I think this is version 3, yeah, it says on the bag here, Chinese rainbow keycaps, because I'm not sure when else I'd use Chinese rainbow. It seems like Wuche, Chinese, why not? Oh yeah, I also got these in. These are the new Gateron North Pole switches. Someone had mentioned that they had liked them, so I'm like, yeah, I'll pick them up too. We have a few more switch varieties for boards in the future. These are very clear. They look pretty. They feel nice and smooth. I don't feel like any resistance on them at all. I'll just talk for a few seconds and smack it with my finger. Remind me sort of Aqua Kings, but a little bit glassier feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. Drink some tea. What else do I got here? I got some stuff from Korea. that I did want to open up on stream. Because at the end of the month, I believe a W1AT should be shipping. So I got the, I think you can see it through the bag here, W1AT assembly plate guides. I think this is going to be quite the banger of a board. I know they're going to have an in-stock sale for, or I guess sort of pre-stock sale for the 722 coming up. Hoping to get lucky on that. I forget what is in these bags because I order stuff and oftentimes I don't remember. Ah, switch films. I wanted to try out Geon switch films. I don't expect them to be anything too special, but I want to try them out nonetheless. What do I have in here? Ah, the Geon plate fork. So for a while I've been using the Feng Studio plate fork. So now I have a slightly smaller one with Geon branding because everyone loves Geon, so why not? Keep this over here. I think I got two, so I'll put one at the alternate workstation. Over that away later. And this should be more foam. Alright. And Mashiki, hey! Yeah, I ordered some Geon products. They came in. They were supposed to come in on Friday, so I'm just like, yeah, why not? Open them up, take a look at them, because it's always interesting seeing what he's coming up with. Alright. And here's a tool that I've been looking forward to. I'm only going to open up one set. Because these caught my eye as soon as I saw the graphic for how they're used. These are the Geon twisters to help you straighten wires. So they have like little guides in the front top here and holes for the wire to go in. That'll help you twist wires to, you know, balance your stabs because that's so important. The way I typically do it, you know, lay it flat, tap it out, make sure it's good, and then bend the ends slowly over as best I can. Sometimes I have pliers to use, sometimes I don't, but having a dedicated tool like this, yes, very helpful. Glad I got these. These will probably pay dividends probably the first time I use them, actually. It'll just be a little bit less frustrating, a little bit quicker to do. Alright. So then I do need to pack up this keyboard with the shiny button all. And to do that, I actually did get a gray TX bag because Makiba is stocking them again. Could always use more bags. I think this will fit this board. Oh, it comes with a TX cloth. Wonderful. And all the foam everywhere. Yeah. Let's see. These have wedges. Let me just lay this out real quick so I can put the board away. So, you guys seem to have a good time at the Key of Life event. Saw Mr. Taeha Kim's video on that. Congratulations. That was looked like a lot of fun. glad that went well for you. Good to see events coming back finally, too. Alright. Yeah. The shiny, shiny butt. Wrap this up for safekeeping. Might even bring it to work now that I have a TX bag for it. All right, wonderful. All right, and the board I'm actually building for the night. Wuchue Studios Ikki68 Round 2 with the super flexible PCB. Originally I bought this just sort of thinking, oh, this will be a fun sort of easy build, just sort of try out some stuff, and then many group buys later, it's just another 65% keyboard. But that's fine, because I do think I'll be giving this to a friend, or a friend's wife probably in the end, so we'll see. Didn't even open it up yet. So I got the Aurora colorway. Oh, there goes all the silicone. So the plastic bottom, and this one has the aluminum top. Let me just throw all the silicone out of it for a second. Okay, so we have this big piece of silicone, has a little battery tray in it. A little battery tray cover if you're not going to use a battery. I did get this with a weight, so I'll be putting a weight in here. I won't be using the silicone dampener. I think I'll be using the pour-on one though. And I'm wondering if I can just put a weight in without the silicone piece. Kind of curious. I think it should be able to, but not really sure. Ooh. Okay, this looks prettier than I recalled seeing. See if I can get the camera to focus on it. So exposed, yes. Excellent content. Little mark on it, but it's all interior. Nice little brass weight. Looks pretty. Alright. Can I just put this in here? It looks like I could just throw this in here if I wanted to. I don't know how that would feel though. Never know until you try. This board's easy enough to take apart and put together. I may as well try it at least. Throw the cable up there. And I don't think I'll use any of the silicone in the end. Not my favorite sounding material, silicone. But it's quite a bit of mass. Anyways, decide if I want to try that later. Try without for the first go around here. So it looks like I can just mount it on. Now we're supposed to be using the longer screws in the back, shorter screws in the front. So we have different sizes here. These ones are short, these ones are long. And it's using like a 2mm X. Larger than that. For this one, yes. Okay. Already doing things out of order. I think I'm supposed to put the bump-ons first, but I just want to get the weight in to see if I can do that without silicone. It looks like it should be fine. Guess we'll judge later on if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I can always take it apart and throw the silicone in the bottom. This board is fairly easy for assembly disassembly. And because it's hot swap, this will be a pretty quick build tonight, I think. Which means I can go to bed and get some sleep, which is always wonderful. Alright, so what do we have here? Feels like we have some bump-ons. Let's put those on the bottom of the case for fun. Alright. Poron versus silicone. Extra hot swap sockets. Got a badge, it looks like, in this bag. And some little feet. We have extra feet. Cool. I'm fine with having extras. So at some point in the near future, I'm thinking about doing some talking head videos. Basically just giving opinions about some keywords that I have. Just to make talking head videos. I don't really think anything will come of it, but some of the stuff I feel like I just have to say opinion-wise. I don't really think it's going to be new or revolutionary for just about anyone. I'm not even sure who would watch it, but I don't know. Some of the words around sound and stuff just irks me. Or conceptions that people have with field keyboards and stuff like that. I know it shouldn't bother me, but it does. I know it's a me problem. So we have this. So it's silicone or poron. Guess I'll try the poron. Throw all the stuff I'm not using down there. And these do have removable chips, right? Yep. So what did I want to try? Did I just want to try these four? So that would be these two sides out. Do I want to try it like that? Sure, why not? Okay, I do like how they have these already sort of separated out. So they're half exposed. I do find when things are fully enclosed, you'll end up stretching things if you don't peel around first. These are fairly easy going in there. These slots are definitely big enough to take these. So despite having quite a few steps, if you get some variations, this actually looks to be a pretty straightforward build. Not like I anticipated it being weird or anything, but some days I'm not sure. These are very thin physically. I think they'll do the trick for isolating the plate material from the case. But that's about all that I really expect from them to do. Not too much else. But that is, after all, the job of a gasket mount. Alright. So while this build probably won't interest too many people, the build I am looking at doing next week actually might. What is that thumping noise? Oh. Had plastic underneath. Dum dum dum. Okay. I think I'm actually more efficient with just using my hands on this. Interesting. Alright, then we have a badge and thing to put on here. So if memory serves me right, this was supposed to be some magnetic badge-like system, is that correct? I forget. Hey, it is a magnetic badge. Cool. And this is another type of screw. It's a little bit on the large side. Is this going to be small? A little small. This should work though. Okay. Leave that there. Then we have a badge that will just magically and magnetically stick. Cool. Alright, so what else do I need? I need screws to attach things later on. And I guess now I can just set this on here. Get the plate out. How is this sealed? This end. Cool. And we have polycarbonate plate. Have this bag. And I already did a little bit of pre-work because I never want to really do stabs on stream if I can help it, even though it makes things way shorter. We have plate foam. I will be building this with PE foam. So again, I'm envisioning this will probably be for someone else. I'm using the Wuche stabs. This is the Bodo PCB. So this is the thin 1.2 millimeter PCB. That's never going to focus on that. Excellent content. I have tested it, put the stabs on it, and they should sound okay. But if you're doing it for yourself, or if anyone will watch a VOD in the future for this one, always recommend testing. I am be building with the foam this go around, because I usually never do that, but let's do it. Put that on the Alchemy Labs tray. And should be a pretty quick build. Hot swap. These are Epsilon switches from Prevail Key Company, and they sound long pull, fairly smooth, no scratch to them. Should be interesting in here. A little bit on the flexible side, but we can get these switches clipped in. Okay. And the website says do the four corners first, so I will. I'll be good and listen to their instruction and then just disregard it and do something else later. I mean, I've already disregarded instructions by doing everything else before even putting switches in. I'm sure it's fine. So I have lubed these with 205 grade 0. I also went to the pain of filming it with Desky's films just because that's pretty much what I always do for my switches. If I can fit them in, it goes in there. Alright, and then this is good old hot swap, so whenever you're putting hot swap sockets in, always a good idea to support it. And this plate is pretty flexible, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of finagling with it to make sure that the switches actually clip into the plate. But this should be a pretty flexible and bouncy board. Hopefully it's not too unruly like Thera 75 or even the board I had on my desk earlier, but it's probably going to be pretty close, I think. This is so different. I'm used to putting just switches in and then soldering them later. The fact that I'm just throwing things in here just willy-nilly feels so different. I do have a black cherry pie for the space bar just because, I don't know. I like strong space bar sounding boards. It's my preference I've developed. So I just keep putting that switch in the space bar, regardless of what the build is. Alright, as mentioned, I am trying to support whenever I'm throwing in switches the back of the hot swap socket, so that's the black part that sticks out. Just putting a finger behind it when I'm putting in the switch. Make sure you don't blow it out or do any damage to it. Always a good idea. And I'm just going to go row by row. And all along the way, I'm pulling, because this pour-on foam is a little bit on the thin side, which is fine. Just pulling up on the plate to make sure the switches are actually clipping into place. Alright. I already did lube and test the stabs off stream. I'll probably have to do a little bit more to them. So for that, I just use the syringe method of plugging the butt, and that seems to work just fine for me. I have to say, since I originally bought the board to now, my opinions on what I like about some keyboards has drastically changed. So generally speaking, I find PE foam boards, probably like this one's going to end up sounding, a little too sharp for my taste generally. Sort of like it's too emphasized in the mid-range for me to really just enjoy it. That's not clipping in all the way. Guess I'm gonna have to do a little bit of finagling. Okay. So I mentioned it before. It always sounds like it's doing some sort of, almost like an audio compressor would with the sound. It's shaping it towards the dimension of mid-range. And to my ears, that sounds ever so slightly just sharp. So it's not like I love it. But PE foam's very popular among the people, so not everyone can be wrong, and everyone has their own preferences and ears, so I'm sure this will sound awesome to someone. Okay. Foam sticking out up there. Interesting. So it looks like if I press it hard enough in the middle, it will just sink in. Cool. Don't have to use tweezers after all. I think I managed to actually cut myself with the tweezers a little bit, so be careful. Dum da dum dum. All right. This should be a pretty quick build. Almost halfway done with it already. Ooh. As I mentioned, the next build that I'm going to be doing, hopefully next week if I have time, will probably be building my CMO TKL. I got a A- extra, so happy about that. Looking forward to that one. Probably going to be putting good old cherry MX blacks of some sort in there. And that should just be a good old top mount experience. Alright, and this switch here has an orientation change for layout purposes. Always interesting to see designers choose a little bit of Swiss cheese for this. Relatively new on hot swap boards to have this level of Swiss cheese. Interesting to see nonetheless. And good, because everyone likes a little bit of variety and choice. So if you wanted to go ISO, you could. Hmm. 21 KB, I believe that does have step caps. So let's go for step caps today. Making sure things are clipping in all the way because it is a very flexible plate with all the flex cuts in it. Why'd that one sound so crunchy? The world may never know. Okay, these middle switches seem to be easier to put in. Interesting. And we have another interesting compatibility choice, so this goes to this side. Okay, next row. Still slightly wary if things are clipping in 100% properly. Looks good. That one needs to be raised up a little bit. Okay. That's sitting, yeah, that's in the plate. Excellent. Quick build tonight. Not too much fussing around. All right. Then we have the spacebar switch, which I believe goes upside down like this. Interesting. All right. All right. Last switch, and it's in. Excellent. Hopefully all these switches work. Otherwise, it's hot swap, it's easy. Okay. And then as far as this goes, angle the PCB in slightly. I don't think I have to worry about it bottoming out too much with hot swap sockets, but I guess we'll know in a little bit here. Does this fit within the confines well, or is it banging on some of the standoffs? Looks like I actually do need to compress it down in then. Okay. And then we just have the hardware. Oh, it comes with a little key. That's fine. So we have longer ones in the back. Make sure this fits together. Okay. And then put it together. I think these are all the same size. They all appear to be excellent. Oh. Well, that was easy. And a bunch of extra hardware. Cool. the rest of the stuff in here before I lose it. This bag also has the little metal cover. Since you can't see through it, no point in having that in there. Just covered by metal anyways, so. Alright. It's a pretty simple design. Basically just a piece of acrylic or polycarbonate. Definitely has a bit of thinness to it. With the brass weight in, I guess we'll see how it sounds. Alright. This will have the space bar. Shift. I never did. I guess I should test NVIDIA real quick before I start putting all the keycaps on. Where's VIA? It's this one, right? Yeah, cool. Alright, I already did some customization to it. Should be able to go in the key tester. Two switches, huh? Oh. Interesting. Okay, that's easy. Bent the living crap out of that pin on insertion. That switch is done. Luckily we have a few extra. This is going to be a slight pain to get out of here, maybe. And this also horribly mangled bent pin. Feels bad. Sorry, switch. You're like the third or fourth switch I put into. Plug it in, go back into test again. Alright. If I take it out of matrix, this shows up as right shift. When it is in test matrix, I notice that I still hear the noise, but for whatever reason, the tester does not appear to be correct on that one. I don't know. If it's an issue, I'm sure I'll learn about it later. But keycaps. Oh. I don't know what just happened. One. These are 21 KB. Yeah. Pipe. Enter. Big shift. It's a little shift, like using that one. Here's a B. These are very colorful keycaps, by the way. This is the rainbow set. Or rainbow colors for this, I guess. I don't know how to phrase it. These intrigued me because I had to ask my wife, you know, how are these organized? What are the legends like? Why are they like that? And she didn't know either, so she had to ask her father. Her father's like, oh, probably this, I don't know. So at that point, I'm just like, all right, it's enough of a novelty, I'll buy them. And I'll be honest, I genuinely like 21 KB keycaps. They feel nice, they're pretty thick, and I don't know, I think they have a pretty good value proposition for keycaps. I'll need to figure out what I'm doing with that nav cluster in a minute. Equals on there. 10 insert home 0 1. K. Okay. 5 letter C. Okay. Up arrow. Mini pipe. 4 page down X. U. With an arrow, Windows L. Page down, small backspace. G. Z. F1. Page down. I. Menu question mark. H. There's backspace. I do notice the stems on some of these keycaps are a little bit on the tight side, but it's okay. Home with a 7. V. S. Numpad plus. There we go. Step caps. Zero ISO enter. Here's a control. F9, J with a very slight bar on it. 1, F2, M, P, F with a very slight bar on it. 3, oh, dropped 1, minus, I think that's another one over there. These are larger, W. Control, another Alt, 4. Minus, arrow, end. Guess I'll put that over here. 8. Okay. Oh. Numpad 5 at 6. Q. Page up. Tab. There's tab. F8. Fn. Oh, end. This is tilted, sort of. That's gonna tilt me. Page up. Numlock. Keypad. Tilde. Here we go. Quote. Alt. Down arrow. 9. We'll control delete. What's this? F12. Okay. I guess I shouldn't be surprised to see that possibly a big arrow probably shouldn't be here. Hey. Another spacebar, another Windows key. Numpad number 3. N. Right bracket. Arrow key. Here's an Alt. Pause break. R. Five, 6, F4, O, T, numpad enter, second B for an ergo layout. Scroll lock. And other pipe key? Why are there 2 of those? Oh, they're different profiles. Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. Control. So these sitting correctly. and shift. Is this the correct shift? No, that's not the correct shift. Where's the right shift for that? I had it here all along. I doubted. I should have put it on. Delete numpad and this should be D. Cool. And I'm gonna plug it in to figure out what I programmed these for to be, because I don't remember. Insert, page up, page down, delete. So tallest insert. Where's the tallest page up? Page down. Page up, here's the tall one. Alright. And this profile for delete. No, that's not the right profile for delete. Crap. Which one is it? Is this the right profile? No, that's too tall. Where's the one that's just right? Page down. And delete. That was not right. That was not right. So there's one more delete in here somewhere. Aha. Okay, cool. Make sure all the stabilized keys are on. And we should be good to go for a little typing test. That will be like one of my shortest builds ever. Very colorful keycaps, I have to say, as far as the legends on them. This is gonna tilt me. I can't get that to actually be correct. It's tilting slightly outward from the center of the board. Alright. Well, one thing I have to say with this board, it definitely is a longer board than you'd expect the 65 to be, just because of the layout. This seems pretty close to like 75 to TKL sort of range for width. Feels like a wide boy. Alright, let me get the microphone set up for a quick typing test, and then we'll get into that. Yeah, this is a TKL wrist rest, and it's pretty much TKL sized. Crazy. Alright, gotta mute my mic, set up for sound test, be right back. Okay, I need to rearrange my setup a little bit so I can see what I'm doing in typing, because I have literally a microphone right in front. Guess I should pause music. Where's music? Here's music. I'll stop music and I will start that again later. Okay. So let me just check OBS and make sure that this mic is picking up okay. It's a little bit on the quiet side. Yeah. I think I need to re-level this arm. No, I don't think this arm is leveled. Anyways. Keyboard clicks, mouse clicks, keyboard level. Huh. It's actually a little bit quieter than what I would have thought for PE foam. I guess this is pour-on foam, which is different material. But generally, I don't think it sounds that bad. I need to reformat the windows here a little bit because I don't have the screen capture on this. It would just show that. So I'll have to reconfigure this later. But let me do one more quick typing test with this. Again, this is only with basically the vertical supports here and here, none on the side, and none in the middle. Also just with the brass weight and plate foam and pour-on foam. So interesting. Mouse clicks again. And let me change this to 30 seconds instead of a minute. Start over. Okay, I don't think it sounds bad. It's not as intense. So definitely need some plate mod or something here. I actually hear the tab bouncing on the inside of the plate. This keycap is tilted this way, which is tilting me right now. Okay, I actually like it with the weight at the bottom because it doesn't have the full through flex. There is something to stop it. And with the plate foam, it's not quite as bouncy. I think this is something that I could actually end up typing on for most of the day without being totally fatigued. So this is interesting. Because a board like Thera 75, for example. That's the trampoline board that I keep coming back to as being, it's a little bit too much. Glacier 80, still in the range of maybe a little bit too much, you know? But yeah, interesting. I think before I do a sound test and put one on YouTube, I'll play around with figuring out how to make the spacebar not sound quite so poop, because again, let me just spam it. I can hear like the plate smacking against either the top or bottom housing. I can't tell which. I don't have that up here, I think because of the cable. Side sounds fine. Alphas actually sound pretty good. A little bit on the muted side, a little bit on the creamy side. I don't know. This board is interesting. If one of my friends or their significant other really likes the way this sounds, I definitely think I'll end up giving it to them, and I think they'll enjoy it. It's interesting. Epsilon switches, by the way, they're pretty smooth. They sound a little bit higher pitch on the upstroke, but they have a pretty percussive downstroke to them, and I think it sort of has a good middle ground with the pour on foam package in this board. I might try a different switch in this because it's not hitting the same as a BCP usually would on a spacebar. But yeah, something I'll test in my spare time. So I do want to take a look at a board. This will be the board that I'll end up building next. Ugh. I didn't actually take a good look at it. I wanted to take a good look at it on screen. So we have all the stuff in here, have the case, and I'll take it out. Ooh. Hefty board. It comes in its own little protective sleeve thingy. Let's take a good look at it. Hefty boy. Hefty. First thing I gotta say, it's hefty. Guess I'll turn the music back on. I forgot to do that earlier. Go music. Make it a little bit less awkward to listen to. It's the first time I'm actually looking at this because I didn't actually take it out before. This is supposedly A- stock, meaning it has a little bit of dust or motes or something in it. But I'm not really seeing any finish imperfections on it. Maybe a little bit of... No, that probably will clean up. That looks like oil or something. Not really seeing anything that distracting about it. I am touching it, so I'm getting finger oil on it. But yeah, this is Simo TKL. I think this is gonna sound pretty good. Finger oils everywhere with this black coating. Hefty weight on the back of it. A little cat logo from the Young 75, I think it was. And the little Simo icon down there. Whew. Just lifting this board up and down, sort of a workout. Anyways, looking forward to building this next. I think this is going to be quite the banger of the board. Interesting. Alright, well that's about it for me for tonight. And with that, guess we'll be doing this next week. Looking forward to building this. Do a sound test of this sometime in the near future, maybe over the weekend if I have time. The foam. Something awful. I don't know if you can see that on camera too well. Bent the foam something awful. It's so heavy. All right. Enough of that. That's it for tonight for me. Thank you for stopping by. I'll probably post this up on YouTube as a build VOD sometime, and I'll probably get the sound test over the next few days for this after I figure out what I want to do to mitigate this weird spacebarness and everything else. Alright, that's it. Have a good night, and I get to get some sleep now. Excellent. Kind of tired. Stay well, everyone. Bye.